don't consume yourself with work every day.
No.
I used to work, my goodness, I used to work so many hours, like 100 hours for a fortnight.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this is crazy. You know, it's crazy. And until now, what did I build? Nothing.
Yeah.
You know, relationship is about love, caring, a nurturing home, a warm home. But when it becomes a place where you don't want to be in there, where that's the one thing in my life that I found it so difficult to deal with. Women's out there who going through the same issues like me, who are like, oh, what do I do now? One thing about our culture is like, everything go wrong, you the woman go wrong. And I was like, oh my God, where do? Oh, first of all, I'm scared from the society, you know, the stigma that comes with it.
What are people gonna say?
I know. What is your family going to say?
Hello everyone, welcome to your show, my show, Be Inspired. And my name is Mayuen. I'm from South Sudan. In this show, I'll be talking about different topics. This show is dedicated to South Sudanese community. We'll be bringing inspirational people from our community to come and share the experience and inspire us by their amazing stories and experience. This program is brought to you by Aussiewood Movies, powered by KoollifeTV. Today I have a very special guest for you. Please stay tuned as you enjoy your show, my show, Be Inspired. We are also open for business. If you have any business or events you wanted to promote, please get in contact with us. Today we've got a special guest. Her name is Joyce Yogu, and I'm going to open the floor for Joyce to tell us more about herself. Joyce Yogu, welcome.
Hi Victoria, how are you? Thank you for having me. My name is Joyce Yogu. My other name is Jokudu. I'm a clinical nurse in mental health. I did my diploma in nursing and also did my bachelor in nursing. I work in nursing field for quite some time now. I'm a mother of 3, a grandmother of 1. And yeah, that's all about me. I also work in community, Equatorial community. I'm a secretary to the women office. In 2021, we involved in writing the book, the recipe book.
Yeah.
And that book come out. Also involved in churches. Somehow I was in church doing some mothers union, and yeah, that's all about me. Quite involved in different areas, but yeah, that's me.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing. What inspiration.
Yeah.
So today I'm just going to take you through a few questions. What is your definition of success?
Success is an individual thing. Some people they say I'm successful because I open a store, or I have my family, or I'm success because my children finish school. So every individual define it according to what they define success. But for me, success for me is me being with my children, my daughter, and the boys. That's what I call success. And also coming this long way of doing different areas throughout my life. So also I call those success, but it's an individual question.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite inspirational quote?
So when I moved to this country, I used to watch opera a lot. I love opera. And one of the quote that she said is like, you need to stay with people who lift you up. Saying that mean people comes into our lives for purpose.
Yeah.
Some of them are coming to pass through, and some of them are coming to stay, and some of them are coming to lift us up. For those that lifting us up, they're lifting us to reach our goals, to reach the dreams that we want to reach, like someone is saying to you, oh, you're doing like the show, you're good in this. That word alone will just give you that encouragement of doing more, of what you want to do more. So I think that quote is a bit important to me, because that's the one quote that since I moved to this country, the quote is the driver factor for my success. So
what are the most important values to you?
Values, if I take you back, like I grew up in 3 different families. So with my parents, I stayed for 8 years. Then 8 years old, and then I went to my, they took me to my cousin, and then I stayed with my cousin until the age of, I think 10 or something like that. Then I moved to my sister. So value that I have throughout that journey is a hard work. I have to work hard, because that's also one thing that I inherit from my dad. My dad is always say to us, you have to work hard, and that is one value that make me who I am today. Yeah.
What are your greatest strengths?
Strength. Normally I mix them up, but I'll try to get one. I'm a very determined person. When I put my mind into something, I must finish it. It doesn't matter how long it takes or how many obstacles is there. I must make sure that I finish. And the other thing is also, I motivate myself by my own self, because I look at myself. I said, if I leave, if I'm doing something, for example, if I'm studying and I leave, and then there's nothing there, but if I said, I want to see myself in this area in this year, I set myself up goals, and that's my strength. So I work on those goals. Like I can do 1 year goal, and then I can do 2 years goals, and then I can do 5 years. So I work on them accordingly, and that's my strength. And another strength that has even driven me more is having kids. You know, as a woman, you have kids, and everything change. Your main focus and your main priority become kids, and they become your strength. So that's what
determination. Definitely. Like, what things have you had to sacrifice to achieve your success in your life?
As I said earlier, the way I grew up, so I love my school. I love school from young age. I love school. I remember my cousin used to say to me, you don't need to go to school, Joyce. You just go, carry on. And when you grow up, you get married and that. I was like, no, I reject that. And then I continued doing that for a while. Like when I reached high school, and then I got married, and then I sacrificed that for a while. So we moved to Egypt, and then I put that on hold. But it's not like it's out of me. It's still in there, but I just put everything on hold. So when I came here, I started it, and I started doing it. And the other thing also that I sacrificed when we were here is my children, because I was studying, I was working, and the kids were, I meet them in the evening, or I meet them maybe weekend, we spend time together. I also sacrificed being with community, because a few years back, I wasn't really out in the community. I was minding my business, I was with my kids, I was doing the basic visiting to people, not like now that most people, I mean, maybe half of the people know me. Some people know my name, but they didn't even see Joyce. So that one, I sacrificed that for what I wanted to do for me. So there's quite a bit of sacrifices in my life that I did, but some of them I recovered them.
What would you have done differently if you were to start all over again?
If I'm going to start all over again, one thing that I would do is to not get married young, because I married so young. and then I'll do that differently. I'll wait maybe 40.
And that explains why you're a grandmother at this age.
I'm grandmother. Look at me.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't leave Sudan if I'm going to do something differently. Even with the war, I wasn't going to leave, because I think because at that time it was Sudan. Because I think leaving your own place and moving into another place, it makes you start from zero.
From zero, definitely.
And that is not what I was aiming for, because at the moment, if I didn't move, I was going to be somewhere or somebody else, not just a nurse. So if I'm going to go back, I will change that. Other thing I would change, I wasn't going to be a nurse, because when I was young, I wanted to be in the law, because I can see all this when I'm growing up, all the issues that is happening in Khartoum and all of that. I was like, that must change. Yeah. But how can I change it? I'm just young. So that, especially with treatment of women and young kids, women with the kids in northern Sudan, it used to be very, very traumatic. Yeah.
So what role has failure played in your journey to success, and how did you tackle that?
The failure, I know we fail, most of us, or any other person, we fail from time to time, but we need to know how to get up. Because today you fail, and if you don't get up, and then that's it, you're done. But failure in my life, I didn't really put it like something that I need to worry about. I remember one time when I was at uni, and I almost quit, and I withdrew for 6 months, and that hurts. And I was like, oh my goodness, I failed the whole thing. I failed my uni, I failed my children, I failed everything. So I went back, because I want to show my kids that failure is not an answer for everything. Of course we can fail, but we need to know when and how to get back to our feet.
So resources that helps you to stay productive and motivated through your life and your career journey?
That's a good question. Because growing up without parents, without your biological parents, is different. If you grow up with your biological parents, the love and the care you receive is different than growing up with family member. So one thing that I said to me when I was young, I said, if I'm going to have my kids, they're going to be my strength. And since that day, so one thing that is keeping me going is the kids. I love my kids, and I can do anything to see them successful.
Yeah, definitely. Some of kids do shape us.
Yeah, some of
better.
Some of the kids can turn
your life for better.
Yeah. Because I listened to one of these pastors. She said, you need to pray to have a kind kids, because there's 3 kinds of kids. There's kids who are greedy, and there's kids who are doesn't want to be there. But if you got a kind kids, those kids are yours.
Definitely. Yeah. Have you ever doubted yourself, or wanted to give up? If so, how did you get through those difficult times and challenges in your life?
Oh, doubt. When I grow up, I don't have lots of friends. So every decision I make is my own.
Yeah.
When I went to high school, growing up in Khartoum is a bit of, you mix, there's 2 cultures. There's Christian culture and there's Islamic culture. But then I make my own decision, even though I live with families and all of that, but I always say to myself, oh, what's your next move? So I make that decision. When I make decision to stay in school, that is my own, I stay in school. But one thing that I struggle so hard is relationship. So with my relationship is one thing that I couldn't sort it out at all. It took me long time and very challenging as well. Sometimes you'll be like, because you know, relationship is about love, caring, a nurturing home, a warm home. But when it becomes a place where you don't want to be in there, where you feel like you are not, welcome, not with anybody, but you are not you are just not welcoming.
No connection.
Not connection. Not connected at all. And then you try all you have, but it doesn't go, and that's the challenges. Because that's the one thing in my life that I found it so difficult to deal with. And it took me long time to be positive, to be negative, to be between, and at the end of the day, I just couldn't deal, couldn't work it out. So that's one thing, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm sure there's women out there who going through the same issues like me, who are like, oh, what do I do now? I got these young people need me. And also one thing about our culture is like everything go wrong, you the woman go wrong. And I was like, oh my God, where do? Oh, first of all, I'm scared from the society, you know, the stigma that come with it. What are
people gonna say? I
know. What is your family going to say? What is the society? What is the church going to say? Because there's some time when I was really involved in church. I was doing well at that, and then there's one time that I said, remove myself from everything and put myself in one cup and deal with me to solve this issue. Yeah. Because if you're in some sort of issue, you have to remove yourself, put yourself and deal with yourself first before the whole issues. That way, you got your mental well-being. It's not first. Yeah. Because you need to be first. Otherwise, the whole thing doesn't go away. Definitely. So when I remove myself and I start peeling it like a banana or whatever it is, and then I start seeing the big picture. Yeah. And you know, not everybody is born to do one thing. Yeah. We are all created with a unique code that we can use to be as an individual. So before that, I was a young, energetic, young, beautiful girl, no children, out of the children, and this and this. So I was still valued in society. So that's that. And when I start thinking like that, it was easy then. Yeah.
Definitely. So the message here, put yourself together, think for yourself, and decide and do what's best for you first. Yeah, definitely. Relationships are not easy. No. Especially in our generation, in the society that we are in. Definitely, they're
not easy. They're not easy.
So what advice would you give other women who are like wanted to achieve their own success?
Well, as I already defined success from beginning, whatever you think is successful for you, keep doing it. Because your success might be different from me, my success might be different from you, but at the end of the day, we have to do what we love. You have to do what you love and what your family think, or what your family deserve. Because for women, the society is a bit harsh on women at all age. You are smart, you're doing well for yourself, there's a name for you. You are weak, you cannot do well for yourself, there's a name for you. So we got names for everything that we do. So all need help. There's so many resources out there. Try to involve into, library got a few resources there. If you go there, you ask, they'll always help.
Yeah, definitely. So how do you think other women can support other women? Like, how can we support each other as women in this society? Like, to just build ourselves and be successful. Like, how can we support each other?
So I'm going to talk about particular women, like the South Sudanese women. Yeah, we came a long way. You know, back home, some of us didn't even have proper education. Some of us are coming from different backgrounds. And South Sudanese women, they're very blessed. They're very humble women. They work hard for their families. They can do anything, South Sudanese women. That's what I said. They are very, very, very blessed. I don't know the other women because I'm not in their society. But one thing with South Sudanese, for us to support ourselves is to unite ourselves. And because we've been divided a lot with the, I don't know, we can call it a so-called government or whatever, and the division is really bitterly in our hearts, and some of us take it other way. Yeah. But if we don't unite and come together as women or as mothers, we're not moving anywhere. And even that support is not going to be there. Yeah. Because I can see you, Victoria, you're from the other tribe, and me, and if you're in trouble, I was like, why would I care? Yeah. Why would I care about Victoria? But if we leave that behind us and move forwards, I'll be like, she's my sister. Yeah. I have to help her. Yeah. Yeah.
We are South Sudanese first before anything.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So guys, the message is unity. We need to unite, support each other, have each other's back, and encourage each other.
I know. We can jump up and down, but at the end of the day, your introduction will be, I'm South Sudanese.
South Sudanese or anything.
Because those tribalism issues, it's not going to take us forwards. And I know some people out there will correct me and they will do that and that, but that's the truth. The truth is, if you've been asked, Victoria, where are you from? You're not going to say one tribe. You're going to say, I'm from South Sudanese. Yeah. And the same with me. Yeah. So if we don't have unity, and what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? So don't introduce yourself that you are South Sudanese. Yeah. Because then we are not in that category of being South Sudanese women. So.
And it's going to change with our kids now. The kids that we give birth to in this society, so they're not going to see tribe. No. You know? No. They're going to mix up and they're going to be just South Sudanese before they become like Australian, you know? So
I put a video a long time ago about us being together, and some people, I think that video went through and I still got the copy of the video. And now some people are calling me saying, why we can't be? I said, we can't be, so what are we going to be? Yeah, I agree with you, we can't be, but what are we going to be? Yeah. Because if we continue the way we're doing, especially the women, we are the one giving birth to the children, we are the one suffering, we are the one having the pain, and all these kids are going to be destroyed. Who is the loser now is us women. Yeah.
Like my kids now are born here and they just say we are South Sudanese. Yeah. They don't even, yes, they know dad is from this tribe, mom is from this tribe, but then again they are South Sudanese first before this tribal. Exactly. And tomorrow they'll go with someone else who's from a different tribe, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know?
And I'm telling you, those kids really love themselves out there. They love themselves out there. Yeah. It's just us inside our doors. Maybe we need to get out of our rooms. Definitely. So, for example, you go to the office and find someone from my tribe, not your tribe. These people here, they're not going to say, oh, well, Victoria is from this tribe, or Joyce is from this tribe, let's separate the office. They're going to put us together. And they're going to put us together, and then they expect us to abide by the law of their country, because they don't know what is happening. All they know that these people are South Sudanese. And when it comes to employment, sometimes people come and they're from other tribe to my workplace, but I treat them like my own. Yeah, so we have to have that division. I know there's religion division, there's a government division, there's tribe division, but we need to sit back and really question ourselves. For how long are we going to keep going? Or for how long are we going to keep this bitterness in our hearts, especially the women, because you are the one that going through hard time.
Okay, so the next question is, what makes you a good leader that you are?
A good leader I am. I'm not really into a stage of, yes, I'm a leader, but if the question is going to be what will make you a good leader, Joyce, I'll be saying that I'll fix ourselves I will unite ourselves first. And then from there, I'll be changing our mindset. Because at the moment, each individual have something inside them. And sometimes it's healthy and sometimes it's not healthy. So if I'm going to be a good work in different areas of nursing, whether it's a community, aged care, we all, you know the requirement. It's required mentally and they require physically, and it's actually a demanding career as well. So what I will say that to be a successful nurse, or if you're thinking of becoming a nurse or you're already being a nurse, attitude help. Because
attitude.
If you don't have attitude with nursing, you might not stay there for long, even to finish the whole studies. Because attitude help you, because you're working with the people. You're working with the very sick people, vulnerable people who need you. And if you want to be, maybe one day you are sick, you want to be looked after, that's what you also do. Because you give what you want to be done for you.
Treat people the way you want to be treated.
So to have that skill, you don't need really a special skill to become a nurse. All you have to do is go and study. There's some people started like a caring job like me. I started with nursing assistant and then went and did diploma and then went and did my bachelor in nursing. And currently, as I said earlier, that I'm doing my master's. So it doesn't need a special skill, but there's one thing now they're saying that maybe when you need to study your nursing, you need to do English test. If you come like me or any other person out there, you need to score 5 or 6, depending on the university that you choose to go to study. So it's not... at the start, you don't need really skills or anything. But once you get in, study, maybe looking for a job, that's where you need those skills. That you to demonstrate that you went to uni or you went to TEF and you can look after a sick person, and you know that you know the regulations, you know the policies, and you will be able to do your job successfully.
So what do you think is the biggest misconception about successful women, especially in South Sudanese community?
Oh, that's like women in South Sudanese community, we got very smart women. Majority of women in South Sudanese community, they're really doing well for themselves. Whether they are married, whether they are not, they're doing well. Our girls are also doing well. They are graduating, you can see every year. But that comes with the price. When I finished my uni and then things happen, and some people say to me, oh, you went to school to destroy you this and that. I say, I went to school to build my family, not to destroy it. But people look at it a different way. They look at a woman that is climbing, is very disrespectful. They will say you are disrespectful. They will say you are not well trained. They will say you are putting your head and head with the man. But that's not the case. If you have a successful wife, that wife will build you a good home. Like she will be wise. She will be wise making decisions. Not that the other women are not, but we all God give us different ability of thinking or a strength of doing things. So if you got that woman that is driven, she just want to be there doing what she's doing. She's not doing it for herself. She's doing it for you, for the community, and for the family. So, but in our culture, it's a bit of, it's viewed as not in a good way. It's always like a threat to the family or threat to the community. But that's not the case.
Yeah, definitely. Because then adding to what you are saying, like we're in a society where as a woman, if you don't educate yourself, education doesn't have to be a degree or PhD or something. If you don't have some sort of skills, how are you supposed to survive in this society?
Exactly.
You know, where back home you can rely on your husband and be at home, but here it needed like teamwork.
Exactly.
2 people bringing something into the table, you know, to have like a good quality of life and stuff. So
and sometimes we have women saying, oh, education is not everything. But I'm telling you, sometimes education is everything, because if it's not everything, do not send your kids to school. Because everybody is allowed to learn different things, to have skills, to expose into the world, so that they will survive in life.
Definitely. And especially the way things are going now, everything is like you need to be able to read and write.
Enough.
You need to be able to read and write. You need some sort of education.
Exactly.
And everything now is like you need qualifications and stuff. So definitely. So what do you think is the biggest challenge facing South Sudanese women today in this society in terms of like work balance, raising children, and like what challenges?
So when I came here, I had my 2 kids. When I moved to Australia, I had my 2 kids. And when I moved to Egypt, in Egypt you work. And that's the first time that, because back home we do different things to bring income. It's not like the women are sitting back, but they do different kind of business to bring income to support the family. But now in this society, women are facing different things. First of all, we got the language barrier. We got the cultural barrier, that we look at the society out there, we're like, no, that's not me, I can't behave like that. But yet these people that are behaving like that, they're doing that because they want to bring income to their family. And we also have this misconception that I don't have qualification. So one thing, if we all working in aged care, we all have to work in aged care, because this is the simple job that we can have. So there are so many challenges that women face raising up children. You don't know what they are learning at school. They come home, maybe you have your background of education is in Arabic. So these kids come home, and then you can't help them. And that is another challenge. Women are doing too many jobs, like doing 2-3 jobs. There's not family unity anymore. Like and that's a big issue for women, because if you're doing 2 or 3 jobs, when are you going to have time to be at home or to be at home with your husband? You're not going to do that, because you're coming from there exhausted.
Or just even have dinner, meals time, have dinner time with your family.
And another thing, we are scared. We're scared. There's a fear of, if I do this, maybe I'll lose it, or maybe I'll be labeled this way, or maybe I'll be doing this way. But all I have to say to women, as long as you're doing the right thing for your family, and that thing is bringing income to your family, whether it's education, whether it's a job is a job. Just make sure that you got time with your family. Because the more we're doing this double job, the more we don't have that family unity.
Family connection. It's like some people lifestyle, like wife works in the night, wife come home in the morning, drop the kids to school, come back and sleep. Husband is going to work. The husband comes home, the wife is leaving. Children are at home most of the time by themselves. There's no connection.
And when we have problem, we're still looking where is the problem coming from. But the problem is there within us. The problem is there, and we look like, oh, we focus more on material, majority of things. When we come here, everybody fighting for their own. I work my money, you work your money. But it's supposed to be our money.
My money is your money, your money is my money.
It's supposed to be our money to build up. As long as the other person is very visionary and is very driven, he knows, like the head of the house. Let him know what is happening. Let him know where is he driving this family into. Because if he doesn't know, it confuses the entire family.
Definitely.
So the man has to know where is the family going.
And sometimes this is where some women has to step up.
Exactly.
You know, you are left with no choice as a mother. You have to step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem is, because the role, the gender role is mixed up, and then we're still looking who is doing who is doing who.
Yes.
To be able, like our grandparents, they were the drivers. You know, they drive the family.
Everyone knew their place.
And how many wives they do have last time, and they only in farm.
Yeah.
But they raise up successful kids, and some of us are example of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the man is very strong at that time. They really, they know how to drive the family, and they know how to talk. Some people, like when I went to South Sudan last year, sometimes words of these people even scare you off.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how strong these people are.
Yeah. So guys, sorry, not that men of today are weak, but we're just talking about the amount of like resiliency that our ancestors and the past generation have.
Yeah.
And the different now with this society, just the lifestyle and sometimes doesn't allow that doesn't allow men to take that full responsibility, you know. And that's where women has to step in.
And when women step in,
it's a problem.
Issue.
Yeah. How do you deal with discrimination, like as a woman of color in this society?
Discrimination, because depend on the area that you're working. They can have discrimination at work, schools, shopping center, wherever you go, there's discrimination. But one thing I said to some women of color like me, try to take it out of your brain, because that thing is always sitting there. It's sitting there in our brain. So we're just waiting for trigger. Like Victoria to touch me, then I'll say okay, because I'm yellow or I'm blue. That's why you behaving like that towards me. But we need to take it out. And in workplaces, you need to know your policies. You need to know your policies, you need to know your procedure. So if something happened, at least you know. You can tell that this policy, this, say this. And depend of the kind of the races as well. If it's coming above you, like in nursing, we have a union that is protecting us. We are protected. That we need to, if you feel you are being discriminated against something, and you know you're right, and the policy say this, but you know that what is happening is not right, we always got our union to come in and support us. So follow your policies, read your procedures at your work, follow the regulations of your work. And if it's on the street, that one sometimes is speaking firm and saying to the person, I don't really want it. Because some of these things sometimes happen to our children at school, and then they come home and they say, oh, this happened. And some of us parents, we like blaming the kids, saying, no, this is it. But trying to investigate things out. And then say whoever is acting on it, I don't like it. There's actually an act. If they find you discriminating against someone, you can be taken to court or something. So there's an act there that is protecting people, but that doesn't mean there's not discrimination. It's always there. So you just need to protect yourself by doing the wrong thing. Don't do the wrong by doing the right thing. Don't do the wrong thing and then you're just waiting for that to happen. No, don't do that. It's not right. Because I've been working as a nurse for a long time, and I can take myself to office. Like normally I'm the one going to the manager to report myself
if something went wrong.
But nobody really. The most discrimination that I face sometimes at the shops. You are there trying to buy something, but nobody come to approach you. But then they'll approach someone, and you're like, but I'm here. But that's our daily. That happen every day. You know, there's few things that you just have to let it pass. For your own peace.
Definitely. And as long as it's not affecting you and your family,
don't let it
and
in.
your safety.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there any particular moment in your life where you really believed, and it shows you that you can do anything in your life if you put your mind and hard work into it to achieve. Can you share with us?
Always, you always, if you do something and you believe in what you're doing, it's always going to be, you will be successful. Because as a majority of us are Christian, we always put God ahead of us and trusted in His ability of leading us. So I believe that if you really want something and you really think you want that thing, if you put your mind and your energy and really do it, you will get it. Yeah.
And I can see that you're passing that to your kids. As you mentioned earlier, your daughter's graduating from university in September.
So she's graduating.
That's a very...
There's no limitation. As long as you're doing the right thing, there's no limitation.
Yeah, definitely. So who has been the greatest source of inspiration for you?
I used to think Ofra is, but growing up in different families environment, and then seeing my sister Mary, she went through a bit of a lot, and I'm always inspired because she always smile. She wake up in the morning, but I don't know whether she's paining inside or whether she forgot about the issue. Sometimes I say, "What's wrong with you?" She's a very forgiving person. And that's the person that at the moment inspire me. Hello, Mary.
Can you shout out to her?
Hello, Mary.
I know with family sometimes we don't really say these things to each other.
And we wait until the person gone, and then we want to talk.
It's good that Mary knows your inspiration.
I think Mary,
what an amazing big sister.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts in mental health, like in our South Sudanese community? Because there's a big stigma around it, and it's something that we don't really talk about.
Yeah, mental health is a bit, even with nurses that work in mental health, there's a stigmatization. People always say, "Oh, you work there because of this," but mental health is like any other illnesses. It's like any other illnesses that require medical or professional approach. The earlier you become unwell, you seek professional help, the better you become. So, and in our community, they're just in denial. They know it's happening. They are unhappy. Like you can see people like one day people go to the party, somebody will greet you, hug everything. Go to another party, that person will never greet you. And you're like, what have I done wrong? We were okay the other day, you know. So this thing is there, but when it's become clinically, because we all got stress, we all got depressed here and there. Like this morning, you stress up with the girl didn't do the dishes and that. We all have that. But when it comes clinically, that's where you need help. And we need to acknowledge that in our communities than denying the whole thing, especially men. Men are the one that really facing a lot. As women, it's okay, we talk. I can come to your house, talk to you, you can call me. But men are quiet. And men in our community are taking the heavy of mental health.
But then again, men in our culture are raised to be like
strong,
told always just to be strong. You know, you cannot share your weaknesses. You cannot be weak, which is not
But
right.
I'm telling you, men, this from now. If you have to cry, cry.
It's okay.
If you have to cry, cry. If you have to walk off, walk off. If you have to do anything just for your own mental well-being, just do it.
And seek
because you don't want to
help
end up in the hospital.
Share your weaknesses with anybody. You know, I used to have that mindset before, because by profession I'm a counselor. Before I studied to be a counselor, I never used to believe in these seeking, you know, help and all this stuff, until one day I just went and saw like a psychologist, and it wasn't the best thing I've done for myself. So I had an accident, but then I just had to see someone, you know, to talk about the anxiety, you know, and to get back on the road and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was the best experience, just being there and talk to someone about how I feel and what it does to me when I'm driving on the road and stuff. And then the strategies. I didn't have to go on medication, just the strategies. So it's amazing. So that has really changed my mind on, you know, depending on saying, okay, I'll just do it myself, you know. So, and it's one of those things that even if you talk to a family member, they will not understand.
No.
But you know, for someone who is experiencing that area, gets it that you're going through trauma. Your body
when I went
is
through hard time, I found my children are the only people that are comforting me. And that's a good thing. Yeah. You have to find who is there for you.
Yeah. When you have kids, they become like your friends.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So the message here: find whoever that you're comfortable with, seek help, and cry if you need to cry. So not to be okay.
Do anything just for your own well-being or your own mental health well-being. Just do anything. Self-care is very important as well. Just take time off. You don't have to be a superman or a superwoman. We all got our moments.
So how about you? Like, I know that you mentioned there's so much going on in your life, your career, your family, everything. So how do you maintain your mental health and your well-being?
Well, I was going through a hard time. Even now, sometimes I was like, I'm not happy today, but I know what to do. Sometimes I listen to the gospel singing. Sometimes I make joke with my kids. Sometimes I just drive off just to look after myself. And sometimes I call one of my friends. It's not like I call that person every day, no. Just to call and chat, and then that's it. But I found a way to deal with it better. Because before I didn't know.
Can you share with us? Give us some tips. Because we all struggle some days.
What? Someone said to me, Joyce, why are you like music? I said, I like music because once everybody go, the music remain with you. So most of the time I listen to music. My dad used to be also, when he was alive, not that I talk to him every day, but I have this feeling that I'm kneeling on him. So I have this feel like if something happened to me, I feel like I'm kneeling on my dad, like he's a pillow and I'm kneeling on him. Yeah. But now he's gone. I'm trying to say, oh no, I'm trying to convince myself that he's not gone. So I'm just like, because if I know that pillow is removed, I'm going to be in a different stage. But yeah, as long as I think positive about myself, I think about my achievement, I think about what I do next, because you need to always think about what is next.
Have a plan. Not eat and sleep. And
you can't just say, oh, today I'm eating and then that's it. What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing? I know people say, oh, how do you guarantee tomorrow? But there's always tomorrow. We can make it to tomorrow. Always have plans for yourself, have plans for your family. Go to the library. There's a group there. If anyone doesn't know, there's a group in the library that you can plan with them, reading books, different type of books, just to take you out. Don't consume yourself with work every day. I used to work, my goodness, I used to work so many hours, like 100 hours for a fortnight. And I was like, no, this is crazy. You know, it's crazy. And until now, what did I build? Nothing. So I think your mental health is even more important than the jobs you do. Because once you lose it, that's it.
Definitely.
Once you lose it, that's
your health as well.
And you know, dementia is also part of it. Like dementia these days, people become, it takes people from 45, people become sick with dementia. And it's not because they are not eating well, they are not, no, there's the healthy people. They just drop in a minute and your brain is gone.
This life is too fast.
Exactly.
So apart from all this beautiful thing and like all the professional side of Joyce, can you tell us like some fun facts about you? What kind of food, what's your favorite color, music, like what makes you bubble? Like what
yeah.
takes you out of your comfort zone?
I like to eat asida. My favorite. If I don't eat asida, I don't sleep.
Okay.
So I'll eat asida with any sauce. Bamia, I love that.
Yeah.
Bamia is okra.
Okra, yeah.
And then these days I'm kind of mix of black and white, so I like these days to wear black and white.
Yeah.
My music, I like flavor. I like him that make me go.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
And I'm one of the church gospel. Is that Nathan Bessie? Is that Nathan Bessie? I love his gospel singing. He's my best as well.
As our guest,
me have a good time with your show. I hope you have so many special people coming. I'm not special. I'm like any ordinary person.
Yes, you are, of course.
But I can't wait to see more people coming to tell their stories and inspire the others.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We've come to the end of our show. Be Inspired, brought to you by KoollifeTV and powered by Aussiewood Movies. Hello, everyone. Welcome to your show, my show, Be Inspired. And my name is Mayuen. I'm from South Sudan. In this show, I'll be talking about different topics. This show is dedicated to South Sudanese community. We'll be bringing inspirational people from our community to come and share the experience and inspire us by the amazing stories and experience. This program is brought to you by Aussiewood Movies, powered by KoollifeTV. Today I have a very special guest for you. Please stay tuned as you enjoy your show, my show, Be Inspired. We are also open for business. If you have any business or events you wanted to promote, please get in contact with us.